You never actually want to corner a prey without proper planning.
Yes, of course.
But it's fine. I believe that we all can do it. Everyone's good? No broken legs or anything? No have to put down anyone?
No, I'm surprisingly quite able, thanks to our friend with the potions.
Can always depend on Twaddle over there.
I keep forgetting to add to your vials that there was for long rest.
Okay. Pulls out my weapon, lights it on fire, so that I don't have to do that next time. And goes to the left door. Tries the left door.
It's just an open hallway. You just turn left. Just walk.
Turn left.
The doors are lining the hallway that you just walked through. I'm surprised no one went through.
Doors lining the
We're looking for the baker.
We want to finish.
He could be sleeping in there.
We want to finish it. Odds are he didn't. I don't think he ran immediately back here. But if he did, let's finish this off so we can not have to
Peace
worry
of
about
mind that we don't get jumped when attacking a flying enemy.
We're not trying to kill that guy. We're trying to negotiate.
I mean, I would love to negotiate. I'm just saying that if he seems bigger than us enough to me, maybe if you guys want to talk to him.
I mean, we also.
I understand.
I don't think other people
Quite a
have
lot
to.
of patience for most of these things. I've run out of it today.
Yeah.
Very would
I guess we are hunting then.
Yes. So,
Speaking of
it's
which,
not very often that I require something of the sort, but that was definitely a guilt-free target, considering he tried to kill us first.
That's all it takes, brother? Alright.
Yes.
I said guilt-free target because he tried to kill us first, and also I think
Empire
that
Masquerade Tenant Background. That guy's not innocent.
it's also because I'm still very much not patience gone for the day. That very odd conversation was like an hour ago.
Think about it. This is like both my characters have had the same problem.
So you're going left?
Yeah.
Yep. Attempting to,
I didn't even chug down the potion he gave me. I chugged down one of superior of greater healing, and I'm ready to go.
I'm assuming that we're not going to try to rest, but just keep doggedly on.
Unless
the
it's
trail.
short.
I mean, I was saying that we could rest for like a few minutes. We did have almost a lethal encounter. I mean, dear Twaddle almost got eaten. Well, actually, he did get eaten.
He's alright.
Heck, I don't even know how bad the wizard got hit. I was too busy trying to dodge lightning strikes. You good,
I don't
Galvaz?
think he got touched at all. Look at him, he's pristine.
That could just be prestidigitation. He might have just cleaned off his robe when we didn't see it.
No, I'm quite certain he just cast the same useless spell over and over again from the edges of combat.
That's crazy.
Did he?
Well,
You feeling alright there, buddy?
They're talking about you.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
I'm awake. I'm just laying down on the bed.
You alright there?
you alright there?
Yeah.
You don't usually.
God actually got hit.
I know you didn't get hit by that thing, but you don't usually cast things that aren't deadly.
Look, it had a blatant glare attack. I was trying to blind it. Besides, it just sucked in all that water. If I had cast Fireball, it wouldn't really have done much of anything to it.
I suppose. I don't know magic.
You also don't have 18 intelligence.
You're also
There is no need to question intelligence here. We all on the same team trying not to die.
Firstly, I like to think I'm still smarter than your average.
He's the number 20.
I guess it depends on the average, but I don't know magic. You do, so I'm letting you have that.
Alright.
I'm letting you
not trying
keep
to
this.
insult.
Alright. I mean, you usually are, though.
Please.
Regardless of who's insulting who, we have a job to do. Can we please not argue? I'd
Yes.
rather just kill something and get this out of my head.
Yes, Serenade, you are correct. Let's go do our job. Please.
Everyone knows our job. Yes, sure. As I continue walking forward with this torch.
I have at this point given up on trying to make you act normal, so I've fallen in to the side that you won't be on.
Oh no, you're fine. You did fine.
now that I've done something, you're fine with it.
He realized you're
Capable
actually
meat
dead.
shield.
The trial phase of this period of your membership is now ended.
Okay.
He did more than I did in that fight, so
Yeah,
he's
same
definitely
here.
somewhat capable.
Yep.
You head down the left hallway. It's a little wider. There's far less doors. There's a few more open like sconces for torches that look like they've been taken and not put back. The farther down you go, there's less light, and it starts to smell a lot more like you'd expect an ancient, old, musty dungeon to smell. You pass by a couple of normal, human male-sized like skeletons, and the farther you go, you notice that the skeletons get somehow fresher. None of them are fresh per se, but there's a couple that still have bits of flesh or like an eye that's being ripped out.
By maggots, I assume.
Rats. And any banners that are on the wall, whether to Garamay or someone else, have all been, looks like very purposefully torn down. And instead you see a lot of imagery of dragons, particularly blue dragons.
Blue dragons.
Or
Even into like the stonework in the wall, there's that guy's gone. That guy died.
Yes. Noegard. I noticed, I've never met a creature of this nature. He seemed to not like you very much.
Yeah,
You
we'll
have
go
an
with that, man.
experience with creatures?
Usually you're the one being discriminatory towards other people. It's weird to see it happen to you.
I have no idea either. I probably could pull out the. Actually, no. I think I left it in the chest, and I think that's what freaking Lyra, the freaking. I don't have my book. It's in the freaking chest. So I would check the book to see like what that creature might
See,
care
I
about.
also have that book.
Oh, the Sundering Divinity. That's a completely different book.
No Center Divinity is what he has.
Yeah. I'm talking about the creature book, doesn't he have?
Oh, yeah, Dwaddle.
Yeah.
Preacher.
Well, Sundering Divinity book.
I don't
yeah, the
I
creature
bet the
book.
sentient weapons might have something. It's something small about it. The book that Ratchet gave me. Like, I have 2 books on me that could answer this question, but they're not on me. They're in the chest. But yeah,
So you're not innately
I do not know.
familiar with the creature yourself.
Into like the stonework on the walls, you realize that they're no longer simple, just laid brick. You can see that there's like carefully chiseled and carved imagery of what looks like ancient blue dragons and young blue dragons, just like living in harmony with people. Specifically dragons.
Living together.
In harmony. How interesting.
There's no door or there's no passage through this hallway or like on the sides of the hallway. But you do realize as you look up that the ceiling has been increased dramatically, and above the height of the hallway, there's essentially a large cavernous ceiling, big enough for a fairly large creature to fly through, almost like a rock could just fly through here if it wanted to. If it
I
got
think a
down.
dragon might be
Okay,
designed
Or this creature seemed to kill the last dragon that was defending this place, and
Aiden, that might be why he has a,
Well, I mean,
Dragon
at
Slayer.
least we found the reason why that thing is down here.
Yeah.
really quick DM, I'm gonna go to the bathroom here.
interesting. I'm just gonna put down. Does the depiction show? It shows people. Does it show depictions of dwarves
No,
or
it shows
a
Dragonborn.
menagerie?
It shows Dragonborn.
Just Dragonborn?
Dragonborn and dragons?
Yep.
No other races. Just Dragonborn.
Not that you can tell.
Interesting. This place is okay.
This place is kind of cool, said the Dragonborn guy.
Seems this
Interesting.
might be an older part.
Yeah, but it's still built in a dwarven area, so. Blue
I'm
Dragon.
sure they just kept building on top. It's not often that dwarves reach the surface anyways. Tend to stay under.
Yeah, there's also what's like driving what we're down here in the first place.
That's true.
Listen,
I mean, they might have been hiding from whatever sent that thing down here.
That could be true, but considering we could deal with it.
I would think an
We
army.
are, despite our idiosyncrasies, quite capable.
We are, but I think an army could take that thing.
Do they have an army?
That's a fair point.
And we're also under the assumption that there was only the one.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Regardless, despite how interesting the history lesson is, we should continue
Yeah,
on.
I just find it interesting that it surrounds itself with its stories of its
May I ask what happened while I was gone?
villains, enemies.
Out of character. Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
important.
Well, yeah, we're just walking down, trying to
Talking
being
about like
careful.
the imagery of the blue dragons and everything.
active perception check to make sure that I don't get surprised.
Horse.
I was also going to say.
Black Ranger going from
Black
right here. I know Black Ranger. Never been a much earlier session, I think.
Yeah, I was also going to ask. Do I? If I close my eyes, do I notice anything within my 23 feet of blind sight? I doubt it, but like.
No.
Okay.
As
As far as I can tell, there's nothing insidious near us currently.
The walls around you quickly shift from stone to some kind of dirty, natural substance. Doesn't look like dirt, but it's smooth and it's smooth and kind of porous at the same time. It's
And
like
the
you're-
sight.
Huh?
Just naming rocks.
But it's mostly covered in dust and dirt. You can try to like swipe away some of it, see the color of the walls and stuff. But the ceiling around you at least decreases dramatically, and you almost have to. Does it taper down? Or kind of. You do notice that you walked at a slant downwards for a bit, and then the ceiling comes down into a kind of circular shape with gaps in it that you can see out and still see the large cavernous ceiling above you. But you're walking through what looks like a kind of like a tunnel cover that has openings in it to see outside.
Okay. So this you're saying it appears like it's a way out of the dungeon.
Nope, it's going down.
Oh, it's
So I have Dragon with me.
It's
Yes.
just,
Dark vision. Does he see anything in addition?
Sorry, there are holes at the top of that,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't lead to anywhere. They just lead to more dirt.
It shows you the same cavernous ceiling you saw before. Oh, at least your laptop is there. That's crazy.
I mean, and the cavernous ceiling, I assume, is incredibly high up.
Yeah, like it's big enough that like a rock or a dragon of ample size can fly through.
Okay. Are we certain these buildings were made here or sunk?
Not sure. It may have some.
Looking for boards, looking for tracks to see if the tracks lead like as if it climbed the sides to go up, or
No, it looks like it's the Bayer's like tracks and claw marks are no longer on the sides of this wall, so it appears that it squeezes out at some point and goes along the outside, or it follows this tunnel down without touching the sides. More likely, it squeezes out and falls along the outside, but it leads to the same place regardless.
the tracks end here, and assuming that its home is not here but probably adjacent,
Further down, perhaps.
perhaps. You don't notice anything, right, with your extra vision?
Nothing that's
Extra vision is crazy.
nothing that is within range, particularly. This room, however, is very huge.
The tunnel cover that you're in comes to a fairly abrupt end. As you look forward, you can see that you're in a much larger underground cavern with there's no structures, there's no tables, there's no walls. It looks like this is truly just rough-hewn rock in a large underground dome. And there's no real light, but your eyes start to adjust to the darkness. You can see it looks like there's some fairly large, complex rock formation in the center that is about the size of a small city, like a village, I guess. Or if you want to try to light something or walk closer, you can see it.
I mean, I have a torch. Because I don't have dark vision.
So you have that torch. You stepped into a football field side place that's completely dark.
Cool.
Yeah, alright.
Do we continue walking into the unknown?
Let me see something. Hold on.
So you don't know how many
You
of these
do
things
also a similar feeling to when the Bayir was charging lightning, but not that exact feeling. Your ears kind of feel a little bit. You feel pressure, like the air around here is charged in some way.
Yeah, I'm not about walking directly into this, but keep going forward.
Hold on.
The tracks do end here.
Hold on.
I could just spell magic that would make you feel better.
No. So I'm gonna. I'm gonna spend my. I'm gonna spend my the last key point I have currently to
Keep those back my shoulders.
yeah, but we didn't take shorts.
Yeah, then we didn't. Damn.
Also, I can just if we get in the combat, I can just add my uncanny powers, like just regain them all.
Oh, that's what that does.
Yeah, and regain hit points on top if I want.
The floor of this place is a kind of smooth, glass-like rock. Like some kind of culture created obsidian.
Yeah. The thing I was doing with my last key point, I was summoning the visage of my astral self. Basically, I summon it for 10 minutes. While it's present, I gain the following benefits: I astral sight. I can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical distance of 120 feet. I have advantage on wisdom and charisma intimidation checks. Wisdom for insight and charisma for intimidation. And I can speak. I can direct my speech towards a creature of my choice that I can see within 60 feet of me, or make it so only that creature can hear me, or alternatively I can amplify my voice so the creatures within 600 feet can all hear.
Okay.
But essentially I'm doing it so we're not going into this completely blind, since this torch doesn't reach very far.
Yeah.
I'm staying 120 feet forward, and I will start moving. I'll move to the front of the group so we can have some pre-warning for things.
And we'll keep it lit.
That's fine. I'm seeing normally either way right now. You just see a small, like what looks like a projection of G just over his face, like his face over his face.
How an interesting spell. I'm assuming we're good then. See, as you're walking forward,
I can
do
see
you follow
far.
this one?
The
You
floor
can take the right side. I'll take the left.
I can see normally forward.
Yes,
That's part of the
I will take the right
As you step out from under the covered tunnel that you were in, the floor, like I said, is a reflective kind of dark glass that doesn't seem delicate. It can hold your weight just fine, but you can, with a little light you have, you can see yourselves perfectly reflected in it as you walk over it.
I'm gonna keep watching it to see if there's any minor differences.
You also notice the farther forward you go that there are little, what looks like almost cracks in the glass on the floor. And then you realize that they're not cracks, but it looks like the kind of patterns that lightning leaves when it strikes something.
Oh.
Looks like that.
Oh, this either
I feel a special connection in this place.
either this thing has
No,
been
you
down
feel
here.
very wary about being here. You don't like being here at all.
Ah,
Either this thing has been down here, either the Bayir has been down here, or if, as we suspect, this was the nest of a dragon before, it's been down here shooting lightning for some reason.
Well,
Maybe you're trying to like find. Well,
I mean,
probably
we
trying to
announce
find
our
something.
presence, but we're kind of hunting something.
I could also announce our presence very loudly. I don't think that's smart.
Whoever's in front, your foot hits a kind of fairly heavy dense object that looks like a kind of polished ivory. You look down and there's just essentially it looks like a massive talon, or maybe like the tip of a wing that's just resting on top of the floor that you're walking on, and your eyes kind of follow it forward. You realize that it is connected to what is the rest of a wing structure. Completely made of bone. There's no flesh. There's no
Is it like super? I'm guessing it's super huge.
Yes.
Like, would 120 feet of vision normally like being able to see normal in Magic Land regular runs? Would I not be able to see like the whole thing or no?
You can see enough to know that there's a completely picked clean dragon wing in front of you that is entirely made of bones.
Okay, so I'm the dragon guys, or at least part of it. There's a wing here that's been completely and utterly picked clean. Just straight bone.
Your eyes start to kind of adjust to the darkness, and you can trace the line of the wing to what you assume is the rest of the dragon, which is that large, small city-sized rock formation in the center of this cavern.
Oh, yeah, that's a big dragon, guys. I don't think that made here. I don't think he took on this thing. I think this thing died and he ate parts of its corpse. Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't think he killed this guy. This guy looks way too big for him to fight.
Well, like I said, there
That's,
could have been more than the one.
I go to inspect it. Does it seem like a older, younger?
It's too large to be anything short of very old or ancient, and when you look at the head, you can see the very large frontal horn characteristic of blue dragons. But it is just a skull and skeleton. The ribcage is most of the space that you can see for its body. Inside the ribcage is essentially a large cavern or room shaped place by itself. And there's a small twinkle of something inside of it, inside the ribcage that kind of catches your eyes. You expect
I walk toward it.
It's fairly far. It's going to take you a second to get there.
Yeah, sure.
While that's happening, I'll make my way also, trying to keep track of it.
How dark is this room?
Very.
Yeah.
Does
like-
Radigan notice anything?
I could see normally
Same
before
things
I-
that you would see, like, it's the same thing that you would see if you had dark vision. It's just the skeleton and
Nothing
the small
special
twins
that you
of
would point out to me.
not as far away as you are.
Okay.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah, I approached the
I
thing.
will question the rest of our party. So it's, you didn't really run into these a lot where I'm from. The dragon bones be valuable.
You know? Hold on.
Can I make a medicine?
I might be able to. I can do something with that immediately.
Am I the only person that's like native to this continent?
I think
I've
so.
worked on it.
1, 2, and 3.
Can I make a history check to remember if
Sorry, 1, 2,
Goblins
and
ever used
Alita.
dragon bones for stunting?
Yeah.
here, 1, 2, and Alita. And then
I don't know.
I know this isn't this would be a lot more highbrow than my normal frame of reference for things, but have I heard of anyone selling dragon bone before?
Selling, no. Using, yes.
For what?
Well, weapons, magical ingredients,
If you share that with the party, I can cast Fabricate.
specific kind of necromancy.
I'll get there.
However, dragon bones are also very magically dense. They can't be kind of changed or conjured a lot. They're also difficult to move, and technically illegal to import.
illegal to import.
Quite certain it could fetch a price if we could find some way to move it out of here.
I could just fabricate it on the spot with something and put it in a bag.
Magically dense.
Oh, magic.
So we know it's magically dense, so it has magic, it rejects other magic.
Yes. Unless it's
Okay.
a certain level or type.
21 for history check. Honestly, that's the information I
Your history check was if Felgrind's ever made something out of dragon bone?
need. Yeah.
Yes, he has. Only for personal friends.
Do I remember? Did he ever do it in front of me, or do I?
He's shown you the finished product, but he's never explained to you how to use Dragon Bone and smelting.
But I know it's possible.
You also know that when he does use Dragon Bone and smelting, he uses his own personal weapon. So he uses the hammer of Furfurous that he has to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one is
Yeah, it's
characters that's a blacksmith in this
Yeah, I did it a long time ago. I just had to figure it out.
okay. So
I think Perforos is dead in this.
Furfurous not dead.
I move
Or not on this plane at least.
I continue moving. Are we at its ribcage or late?
He was approaching your cage. I'm assuming you're all walking there.
Well,
yeah,
I have the torch.
You all would have noticed that sparkle at the end of his inside of his ribcage would have caught all of your attention.
I'm approaching that. I want to see that
We're all
first.
going towards it.
I care less for that. I care more for his bones.
I guess you should rephrase that. You physically cannot care less for it. It is pulling you.
Oh. Fuck.
That's where I wanted to go
More
anyway.
thing than anything, yeah. I mean,
How much is the force? Can I try to resist it?
It's not literally pulling you. You
Oh,
just
okay.
feel compelled to walk that way.
Okay, well I walk towards it. I wanted to go there anyway.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know how we would move something this big.
I don't plan on moving the entire thing.
The
More
entire
so-
dragon's carcass is the size of a small city.
Yeah, no, I don't think we can move anything this huge. More so, I want to. Well, remember, we're here examining this place. If we, I don't know if I want to have people come back here because that bastard exists here. But if we do, if we ever free this place up, free this place of this vile fucking presence, and we,
Said I don't know if that's entirely
I
possible.
can hope. A man can hope. A man
The
can
library itself seems like
A man can hope and dream. But if we manage to do so, and we do have people come back here and try and lay claim to this place, I'd rather we claim the things we found.
Yes. Could we break off parts of the dragon bone?
Do you think you could break the bones of an ancient dragon?
I mean, we just fought the thing that I presume killed it, and it didn't seem very invincible to me.
The size difference between the Baybeer and
And
this thing.
I pointed it out already.
Oh,
That
yeah.
there's no way he fought and killed this
Speaking of
thing.
the Baybeer, when
It's-
you get to the
Oh my
ribcage, you see that creature curled up in the very center of the ribcage, and what looks like a just pile of fused rock that's been melted together.
Is that what the glint was?
No, the glint is farther behind, near the hips of the dragon.
well, are we quite ready to go for round two?
It's still bruised in several places. It looks like the blast that it did from its mouth also, messed up its
Is it
jaw and
asleep?
knocked teeth. Yeah, it's asleep.
Gee, if you would hold
How
my
will both sleep so fast?
What did you say if you were
if you would
It's
hold
asleep?
my hand.
Oh, sure.
It's asleep right now?
I did forget. There's one thing that I forgot what the glint. So the glint is actually the shine that you saw. There's a large, not large. It's essentially it's a small silver dollar sized object that's shining this kind of pearlescent hue in the center of the Baker's coil, so it's wrapped around itself in the center of that. And it's it's the only source of light that you can see in this room. It's a fairly small source of light, but it feels like it's got its own kind of magnetic field. It's pulling people and whatever's around it towards it. And the Baybeer is curled around it in a kind of protective stance as it's sleeping.
Silver dollar sized.
Well,
I'm going to go ahead and cast blindness on the bear again before it even wakes up.
Zay,
Okay, if he's doing that, when G grabs my hand, I'm gonna thunderstep on top of the bear.
Okay. You don't really have to do combat with it. You can just kill it. It had like
Oh.
4 health.
Okay, then I walk up to it, pull out the +1 dagger, just shove it in there, and then I stir it like it's
You're
an
gonna
egg.
take that fucking kill.
Yeah, because I got to do no damage, and now I'm doing damage.
He starts going towards it. I'm going to grab the back of your cloak and pull you back, and then go.
No, fireball.
Crack its skull. You buy a fireball.
Yeah.
I'm taking this kill.
This kill is mine.
It's happening.
I don't think it fucking matters.
I think it does.
It matters.
Whatever. If he shoots a fireball, I'm just gonna.
Sorry, man. I need some damage out
I'm
of
going
this.
to walk over and grab the little fucking
I'm
thing.
currently at like the ribs, just kind of like using like a small chisel on it to see if it does anything.
You really want to kill it?
No, he's chiseling a dragon.
No, I'm talking to Will.
He's
No, I don't-
he's in a bloodlust.
I don't care at all.
We do want it dead.
I fireball it.
We can see it's.
So you grab a little.
Yeah.
So it's a silver dollar size like sphere essentially, and it's kind of shiny with different colors on the inside. Mostly a lot of
Rainbow?
not rainbow. Okay. Mostly it's a lot of red, dark like kind of blood red, purple, and black. And it kind of is just spinning on the inside of its own accord. The item itself, you can tell that the moment you touched it, you are being watched by someone or something. Whether it's in this room or from a different plane, someone is looking at you.
It was on top of the bay here, right?
Well, I
It
hope.
was in the
It
center
was
of
in
the
the center of
baby's
its coil. So that thing is dead. He fireballed it. I assume we watched it die.
It doesn't have any more of a horn around here, does it?
Nope, that is the only possession-like thing you see.
He didn't like the horse stuff.
I suggest you all quiet yourselves for a second.
Got it.
Something's keeping tabs on me.
Interesting.
Telepathically sent to you a message saying maybe you should.
When you fireballed it, did it just die or did it explode in any way?
I mean, it started like yowling. Did he actually fireball it, or did you fucking just stab it?
Does
Hey.
it divine
Hey.
divine sense?
But I fireballed it.
Divine sense tells you.
I'm looking at my
Is
spell list.
it I can,
A horse. I use a fireball spell
Spit a
slot. Yeah.
fireball on it.
I don't know why you would do that. Okay.
He's
It
sleeping.
burns and
People
flails for a
just
while
check
and
that
then
shit.
flops over dead.
Okay.
How much XP do we?
I asked that question because
4 level ups.
4
And then you know who comes out of the ground.
You know what? I'm ready.
Divine sense.
Invisibility and flee.
Divine
That
sense.
item's more like a jewel, right?
oh,
Yeah, it's like a pearl.
Of course. It basically knows things about celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
This is not until we talk.
It's not celestial. It's not fiend, really. This thing specifically is not associated with those classes of creature.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Other thing that does happen. You would be able to know if it's presence of strong evil or
Yes.
powerful good.
What is
Not the
it?
second one.
It's the first
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
okay. Very
Alright.
evil. Yeah, you smell like a noxious odor essentially. Like you can tell that thing, whatever's watching you is not
Interesting.
in any sense of the word.
Not familiar at all.
Familiar. You feel a kind of rage boiling up in your chest. Not for any good reason, though.
Rage?
Yeah. You can feel yourself becoming slightly aggressive, frustrated.
Can I try and figure out what it is?
You gonna eat it like a jawbreaker?
Nah, I'm just gonna
Man,
I'll
we
fuck
created
around
the
with it.
identify spell.
I'm trying to do an identify spell without using an identify spell.
We have a guy who can do that.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we have a guy who can do that. You could do that.
Yeah, I haven't
How
identified.
would you? What would you roll? How would you?
I am using my paladin senses to figure out.
I could just
Really?
identify
I've been around
Fucking
giants like
hits it full
this.
force,
Yeah.
curveballs it at his shield.
I could just identify it for you.
I don't trust you with this.
In the meantime,
Full
What am I gonna do? Teleport away with a 9th level spell?
DM,
You're going to teleport away with something that's
I don't have a
in
teleport.
the meantime, while
Look,
we're trying to.
The last time we were in combat, you
Debate
immediately poofed and disappeared.
Can I know?
And then immediately unpoofed and tried to blind the dragon.
Tried, baby, I'm the word there.
Oh,
Every
sorry.
time I'm going to hand it to him.
I take it and I'm going to hand you a chisel and a hammer. As I've been at the rib cage trying to get a piece of the track.
Oh, yeah. I assume I'm a little bit stronger than Nogar. I'm going to start taking out chunks of the dragon bone.
What are you using to do that?
A chisel and a hammer.
My smith tools.
You have shattered buff. Congratulations.
Alright, I go over.
Unfortunate.
I apologize.
I'll give you a new one, bro. While that's happening, I rolled a dirty 20 to collect parts of the video. I also want to take it to Thomas, just if I can.
There's Squirmy Dragon carcass right now.
You get one eye. One of them got blown out.
I
I
tried to
figured
take
the big game just fell after that.
I'm going to attempt to do a religion check.
I smith tools as well, but I was like, so if that works.
Okay.
Because I smith tools, you know, like all the
No, then I'll preserve them.
I'm going to set up the cowl, and I'm going to apologize to my contractor for what might have transpired, because seemingly I do this, and she has to deal with my bullshit.
Sal gives you religion advantage +1 or +2 or something?
+2.
+2, okay. And rolling religion will tell you what is associated with any god or what it's associated with.
To recall, the ability to recall more about deities, write prayers, religious hierarchies, holy symbols, and practices of secrets.
Okay.
And I'll be using the, what should we call it spell? Augury with it. So basically I'm using religion, augury, and then that to basically say, hey God, or not even God, contractor, I got this weird thing. It might mess with us. Can you please verify that it's not going to mess with me?
I
Religion
was
check.
also going to do that if you didn't. I was going to use augury.
14.
14 for religion.
Yep.
You concentrate on it, and when your cowl takes effect, and your vision is immediately changed, the scene around you immediately starts burning. Your nose and mouth filled with the smell and taste of sulfur. The echoing battle cries of what you can only assume to be demons and their servants and those who are being punished start ringing in your ears as your vision changes from the scene around you, and you see. Your vision changes after all those things defile your other senses, and then your vision changes to a yawning, massive open pit with you positioned above it. It looks like the size of a small ocean. With you kind of just looking down on it. It's a large, open, black pit. It looks like it's just swirling mass of darkness. All the things you heard and smelled the moment that you tried to divide into it fade into be like mere background noise. It's like a film that's placed over our other senses, and then that massive yawning black hole starts kind of slowly dragging you down. As you can feel the cowl and whatever little hold the Raven Beast has on you resisting that influence. As you were slowly dragged closer and closer to the large yawning pit in front of you, and as you get closer, you see, you get a flash of what looks like tens of thousands of different layers of magic just stacked on top of each other. At first you think to prevent you from entering, and then you think, no. You can assume it's the Raven Queen, you can assume it's your own intuition, whatever you would like to think. Whatever voice comforts you most in your mind speaks to you and says, no, it's to keep something in. And then you are blasted on your ass, the jewel drops out of your hand, and you take 8d10 force damage.
8d10.
8d10 hurts.
I hope you don't die.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it will permanently kill him. It might knock him unconscious now.
I can fix it.
I open action conscious. I can look through your stuff, man.
I can fix it if that happens. Let's find out first.
38. But I'll take the DM.
You got 38?
What did you get? Oh, I got 38.
Yeah, I got 38. You can do 30, it's fine.
I'll take 38. It's fine. I'm very bloody as I get blown back and it drops out of my hand.
You do notice that as he falls backwards and the crystal falls to the ground, it doesn't fall violently. It lands softly. It stays directly in one place.
I pick it up and put it back.
Put it back or put it in your bag?
Put it back.
Okay. I was supposed to say.
Place the crystal now back in the center of what looks like a ruined Bahir's nest that was blasted apart by fire.
Are we quite certain we want to leave that
I
thing?
don't
for
think we should leave it.
anyone else to grab?
Okay, fine. I put it in my bag.
No.
Don't do that.
I'm good.
Then what do you want? What do you want me to do with it?
Here you go, buddy.
No.
A potion.
What?
A
Come
couple images kind of flash through your mind as you start
You want to find here?
yourself.
Thank
In that same kind of black pit, a set of not one but two fanged maws, large like yellowish gold snouts, kind of poke out from the darkness, pressing against the many seals of magic that you saw, almost trying to force their way through. Which was the last thing that you saw that completely overloaded your senses.
Zerone, are you sure you don't want to leave it
I
here?
saw one.
I mean, if anyone else tries to take it, they'll just suffer the
You
same.
saw two very large,
Crushing
like
pressure.
impossibly large, like
I'm
long
less
goldish
scared
brown,
of
like
that.
ugly
We're scared of someone much
snouts
stronger
with,
than us.
Oh,
all kind of
Okay.
fucked up teeth, like essentially it was a demonic creature in nature, obviously, some kind of monster's snout with.
My character would know of like Tiamat's visage tends to be in religion, right?
You would know that is not Tiamat.
Okay. Well, I know it's any like.
You also know that it is not Orcus and it is not Yenodu because you saw
Okay.
it was that they saw them and they described it to you.
Okay.
However, by the sounds you heard and the things that you smelled, you could assume that it is something universe.
I'm holding the stone, by the way.
I will
Okay.
feed my friend
It's shining brighter than it was before.
after he hits the
Slightly
ground.
brighter.
Are you okay? And do you feel any different aside from
Is the
Having
range
taken a
building, or is it just
horrible
staying
tumble.
kind of low in the back?
It's
Yeah, I'm good.
building slowly, but not
Oh,
to
man,
the
what-
point that
did
you
you
feel like
flame
you
this
can't
one?
control it. It's more so the fact that
He's better than usual.
you wouldn't be upset if you
What did you
actually
see?
started
What
killing
happened?
everyone around you right now. But you're not doing it.
Neugard, what's
I'm
happening?
for a more constructive.
Neugard, what's
Was-
happening over there?
I assume you're describing the same scene.
Yeah, I described the scene that I saw in the vision, and
All right.
The pit was possibly large. The edges of it were lined with charcoal black sand, and he was hovering several like almost miles above it because he saw the entire thing.
Okay.
Well,
Some kind
it's
of
still
and the last image that he saw that overloaded his brain and blasted him out of whatever he was in, fairly thankfully, was two kind of dirty gold snouts of some kind of creature with gnarled, messed up fangs and scars from like endless sieges and battles. Marring, you only really saw like this part. You didn't see anything past his nose, essentially, in front of his teeth.
Some
There
kind
was
of
two sets of that. They were pressing against.
prison.
They were pressing against the
Well,
many
yes,
thousands
it
of magic
seems-
seals on top on the higher part of
smell
the
of
Describe the beast
It's
one more.
the owner of that thing is
Thousands of
purpose.
Here, let me see if I can find
This is a good thing,
Yeah.
but
I just wanted to
in
write
this
it down in my notes
situation,
and see
it seems that buyer beware. It's the best way for me to put
No,
it.
I'm.
Well, what's that?
Why are there three
I will not
boxes?
just
Trust me,
hold
as
on
I
to it.
as I hold on to it, I'm quite certain the bio beware is true.
I want to try to check him over. Did he get cursed in any way by that?
Curse?
Did anything similar to what happened to me with who happened to him?
All dragon ones just hate me now.
Ooh,
I jumped on sight.
all the other dragon boys just hate me now. Oh.
Hey, I wonder what that guy is.
No, that's from a different thing.
Ignored.
Trying to find a fucking
Picture?
I mean, I could make a guess at what the thing in the pit is.
It's fine.
Yeah, I
I
will.
think I have a picture on my desktop.
I will hold open the bag and tell Zara that it's probably best to not have contact with that thing at all.
I have my own bag. Does slipping it in a satchel do anything? Does it stop it from?
It rips the satchel.
It's shining less. Then the shadows will start to kind of dim.
Okay, but do I still have the feeling from it?
It's
You get
slowly
it close,
receding.
Okay.
Here it goes, right?
Yeah, the superior? No, greater. I'm saving the superior one because I know it's
Better for you? Yeah.
no, just heals a fuck ton.
How much does it heal for?
44 plus 4.
13, yeah, and half health.
If you're, I notice you're still like.
I'm so
physically
glad.
fucking-
I'm so glad. Look, I drink it and just see my nose still bleeding. Oh, it'll be fine.
I mean, I have more.
Nah, it's fine.
Take another one. You fucker.
Don't worry.
No.
You wait,
Drink
man.
this.
I have 2 whole body guns. I'm fine.
One of them is not always great at their job.
I think they'll all get a job. I'm still alive.
It's fair.
Yes, you're
But
right.
also, I would rather you not be injured in case we get into more trouble, please. Please just take it. I have
We
enough.
could also just take a short rest. We could just rest here. Doesn't seem like the internet's attacking us.
I guess we could. I don't really like that, but I guess yes we could, if you wish.
I mean, considering that thing broke my sniff tools, this makes it a pretty good defensive position.
It's fair, I guess. Also,
Also,
I
thanks
think-
for trying.
what made you think that you could smith tool that thing apart?
I remembered something and I failed to remember
Oh.
how to actually take it off. But I remember that it's here.
I'm just gonna. G gets very curious for
Hold on,
a
wait.
now.
Out of campaign. Technically, can I use the bellowing cloud to like hit it and forcibly move it? Because it forcibly moves something by like 5 feet.
You want to try to move the entire dragon skeleton by 5 feet?
Well, no, I was gonna try to move like a piece of its rib cage away from its ribs forcefully.
Part of magically dense is not understood by you.
I understand that, but it was either that or try to move the entire
You
thing.
need
slowly.
essentially like a +3 sword that's a chainsaw.
Man,
G got slightly curious, and he went over to like the wing that we saw before, and he
I need to have 5 rib
tries
cages.
to he just sees how the sword reacts to touching it. It's not like actually hitting it, it's just like
A wing?
not like the wing, like the small bones on the wing talon that was on the ground.
Oh no, I broke it.
Did you find that picture?
Do I call in a favor to see if I can get this guy to help me take some of the dragon bone?
You should.
I don't even know if he can help me at this point. This thing's probably out of its pay grade.
Who's pay grade?
Freaking Illume.
Luna?
Yeah, this is probably out of its pay grade.
I mean, that's like an understatement, but yeah.
Who?
The Rakshasa.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, nah,
I like pull out the small blood vial and I'm like,
no.
I guess I should save it.
I don't even think I could call the other guy that we got on standby. I don't even know if he'd be able to do anything about this.
And definitely the genie can't do anything about it.
G is just seeing how if anything, how the strong sword reacts to touching the bone.
It doesn't. It has no reason to.
That's fair.
You can make acid, right?
Yeah.
You think you can eat through some bones?
Oh no. Acid can't hit anything organic, unfortunately.
It's not organic. It's inorganic. Well, I mean,
It's
technically organic.
an origin is organic.
Unfortunately. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to let this one leave. Leave it
Look,
to
if
the.
we can find ourselves a magical dwarven mining crew, we can send them down here and get all the dragon bones.
Oh, we did
If it's
the-
any consolation, it's very unlikely someone else will be able to move this stuff, even if they were stronger than us.
That's fair.
Unless
Who are
got-
we doing the ecological survey for?
That's a good question.
I wasn't ingratiated
Waddle?
about that.
You know that mission.
Twaddle, you have that notepad, right?
Yes. Trust before we go up. I don't remember the name, but
Some
remember the-
ne'er do well. But anyway,
All right,
we've killed the bear.
Yeah.
Back here.
I mean, we don't really know what that creature was anyway. Not in character.
No, we've killed the dragon hater, and we have found
Death to the haters.
we found
Yes.
essentially a dragon's roost.
Yes, and I guess we collected all that we can here. Or wait,
Does this room have like an exit other than where we came from?
Does it have an exit?
Yeah, is this chasm just a giant chasm and that's it? Or is there another way out besides where we came from?
You can't see the ceiling anymore.
also, did you say
Wait,
that?
what?
Yeah, because we remember we were in a tunnel place before we walked in here. We were essentially in a tunnel. We walked in, and it's just
Oh yeah, you have
big
Well, is there
fucking
any way
place.
out at ground level? That is
Not that you can see.
Also, you said there was something else near the hips of the dragon.
The hips.
No, I
Excalibur?
It was something
Giant
else.
belly dancing chain for the dragon to wear?
Pac-Man.
I wouldn't mind that.
Let's see if this is the right picture. What do you hear?
Well, I'm assuming that the one wasn't can save it.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
it's lower. Given that you only had a taste, it does build
What? Oh.
the feeling.
Oh.
You were holding on to the thing for a second. I assume you didn't get that part of it.
Oh no, I just smelled all death and yeah, it was not fun.
Okay, if you need a visual representation of the nose or
Whatever
whatever,
you watch.
it's not there. It's on the computer. Just come over here and look at it if you want a visual
I
representation.
think I already. I can assume what the creature is you're describing.
Yeah, because you're you.
David.
David Hasselhoff.
Is that the creature?
Is it another guy whose name starts with D?
It didn't look like Skymborger.
He doesn't.
Dave Franco.
Look, something with two heads that's being locked in a giant pit for being too strong.
King Ghidorah.
Me.
Also could just be two different things.
Oh my god. It's Malta times 2.
Yeah, Demogorgon's mouth. I don't know what to touch. I'll go find out the abyss. I'll cheat.
I'll cheat.
I'll cheat.
I'll forgive you.
There's 3 people saying it doesn't and someone saying it does. I don't.
Everyone else is lying. I'm a genius.
You're a Stranger Things fan, is what you are.
True. I never watched that show.
Will from Stranger Things or Will is Will?
Yeah, the secret lair.
Oh, that movie's on something now? Jesus. Oh,
Okay.
Feels like that movie just came back.
We still have something we need to find and I
Negotiate.
guess bargain with to get out of here.
I was hoping
So
we
we're going
find.
back?
I was hoping we find an alternate ground and could just kill him.
What?
Unfortunate, but
Well,
it didn't.
certainly that looked like it was. I mean, we could try and escape through the ceiling, but I'm not quite sure how.
I can't see anything else.
If we're going back here.
You can fly all of us?
Individually, just go.
Oh, no. Our problem is not going back out there. The door is sealed.
Yes, the doors out of this place
We
are
need to
sealed.
find the creature that sealed it.
Or you can try going straight up somehow.
I can make flying potions.
How long will they last? 12. I'm telling you now, as someone who can see 120 feet directly up, I see nothing up here.
Can I start just
I see no
flying
end to how far up
before I
it
go?
goes.
Specifically, yeah, whatever a potion
Can I
flying will
start
get.
flying up and see how high I go?
Just a normal
How much
potion.
can you fly?
For a minute.
I don't think it says a limit.
Is she not a pixie?
I'm a fairy.
Yeah.
I have to use.
You just keep going up there.
Yeah, just by yourself.
Again,
On your lonesome.
I assume as someone who can see 120 feet directly into the air, yeah, I see nothing still.
Yeah.
It's very high. High enough that if your flying potion doesn't last long enough,
It's
if you
not
fall
like-
from this height, you will die.
It's an hour.
I don't think an hour's enough.
Flying straight up for an hour? That's probably decent. It's probably decent.
At the very least,
Yeah, but like-
at the very least, you can just
Like,
get
what's
told
the fly
off.
speed?
I'm saying there's no guarantee.
30
It's-
feet,
30
6
feet.
seconds.
So you got feather
That's
fall.
pretty fast.
It's equal to
I got slow fall. I'll be fine.
it's equal to
Wrong.
whatever your walking speed is.
So it's 30 feet in 6 seconds.
No,
45
I
feet,
think
6
I
seconds
still
for
think
me, but
if we want to try to take the flying approach, I mean,
This room is also colder than everywhere else.
does anyone else want Oreos? There are only a few left.
give me something.
Looks like they were using a portal to hell as an eternal meeting.
Only like
You each get one.
Yep, I know
Who are you talking to?
The people who ask for Oreos.
Okay.
Saying that each only get one because there's
Okay.
only 3 left. And I'm not going to take more if other people want some.
I thought you were talking to me.
Or it should be.
I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, I'm about those. Excuse you.
It would be an
You take
Not
one,
nothing.
you
I'm
real
messing
the
with you.
damage.
I get one Oreo. Is there only one Oreo?
There's only one left. And one
You may eat the plastic if you so desire.
Can you make this up?
Okay, but I mean,
So then I guess
You can try flying out.
do you want to send a lady on a suicide mission?
Yeah.
I'm quite certain
Wait.
she can fall.
I took out a hero's life insurance
Wait.
policy on half of you. I'm
What? Wait, why didn't you? Have you tried letting Radigan fly?
I could alter my familiar into a flying creature.
Yeah, and just see how long it will take.
That would take like 10 minutes, huh?
Oh no, 10 minutes.
All right, fine. I
You know what we could do while doing that?
Is that
alter
rest.
Radigan. I alter Radigan into an owl.
okay, so for everyone who didn't hear that, since he's taking that time to do that, we can all short rest in that time.
Yes.
So take a short rest if you have it.
Short rest.
All right.
10 minutes.
I am not short. I am actually quite tall.
I mean, we're short. It's going to take him 10 minutes to do that, to alter the creature, and then he's going to be sending it straight up.
Why didn't y'all let Elise do it? She could just do it.
Because she's someone who can die.
It's a person.
She's
And yes,
someone
Radigan
who
can die, but
Radigan can also die.
Actually-
but Radigan can also be respawned.
All right. Here's the thing. It would technically take an hour, 10 minutes to change it. So I'm just gonna cast levitate on Radigan. I don't fucking care.
Okay, sure.
I'll make you
How
a
fast
man.
is levitate? What's the levitate speed?
Levitate speed.
can move it up 20
Are
per
we
his
not
turn.
short resting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all
We are
are.
still short resting.
We are still short.
Y'all are short resting.
Okay.
Yeah. And it lasts for 10 minutes. And a round is like 6 seconds. So, yeah, he's gonna reach the top.
We're doing a
What?
short rest. And it says
What's the
it's
pattern?
released.
That's it. Problem.
Alright, so like 30 of it?
While he levitates up, I will.
Because a round is 6 seconds. If it lasts for 10 minutes, that means he technically
Is-
has 100 turns to move
is-
a movement.
Is Radigan glowy or does he emanate light?
No, but he does have dark vision, so he can see anyway.
Okay, just in case, so we can see.
All right.
He won't be able to see. I'm telling you again, as somebody who has 120 feet of vision, I can see perfectly through this darkness. It is very long. It is a very long way out.
20 feet isn't that long, bro.
Why don't I just say all?
It's great not being a caster because I truly have no say in what happens during
It's fine. It's
No,
fine.
do whatever, I guess.
He's gonna be a small glowing light and see how far we go.
That's fine. I'm just saying, I don't think the light will tell us. I don't think
It's just at
light-
It's fine. You know what? All right. While they're short resting, Radigan goes up to the top. What does he see, Horace?
Goes up to the top.
Does
Yeah.
he reach the top?
He goes up like 2,000 feet.
We are in the mountain. aren't
10
we?
minutes.
Yes, that's
6 seconds in a round. 20 movement of feet upward per round. That's like 2,000 feet, right?
He goes up.
It's 10 per minute. So that'll
No, it's
be
10.
200
It's 20.
feet. 200 feet per minute.
Yeah.
10 feet. It's yeah.
200 feet times 60 is.
No, 20 feet each round.
So 6.
You're here for
20,
an hour.
20 times 6.
No, this lasts for. All right. Let me.
How long does levitate last?
It lasts for up to 10 minutes.
So 10 minutes, 10 times 200 is 2,000.
Yes.
Can I get a level up? Just me.
It does you?
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Bring that
So,
ancient blue dragon to life, fucking fish.
so yeah, since Radigan can levitate up to 2,000 feet, what does he see when he goes up there?
At about the 1,500 feet mark, his sight stops working, and he plummets to the ground in a block of ice.
At the what foot mark?
1,500.
45 minutes later.
Okay.
So he gets encased in ice.
He freezes.
He freezes.
Okay, good thing we didn't fly up. We
Is
would
the
have been
temperature
fucked.
is the temperature in the room getting colder?
The temperature of the room is already colder than the rest of the temple, but it's not getting colder.
Okay.
Well, I'm down a familiar again.
Also, just so you know, just for future reference,
Ritual casting.
if you're going to levitate, if he was levitating at 20 feet every 6 seconds, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, he can go a maximum of 12,000 feet no.
What?
How is your math worse than mine?
20 in 6 seconds.
So 6 seconds
Yeah.
times
20.
10
Yeah, times 10.
As a minute.
is a minute.
Yeah.
Times 10 is
10 minutes.
10
10
minutes.
minutes, yeah. Times 20.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
12,000.
Yeah.
Hey, Maria.
What do you mean as long as my math works from yours? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm a mathematician by trade and a grad school. But
Mathematician.
Was I tripping?
I don't know. I don't know what you were. I don't know what point you were trying to get to. So I don't know what you. I
So
don't know
the math they're doing is a round of combat is 6 seconds.
Correct.
A rat can go 20 feet up every 6 seconds. It lasts 10 minutes. How far does the rat go?
If it doesn't hit anything.
It's 10 minutes.
Yes, levitate lasts 10 minutes.
Correct.
It goes
20
20
feet
feet
up.
every 6 seconds.
2000 and 2000.
2,000.
I don't know why you multiply by 20. And
Patrick, I told you it was 2,000.
I love when my D&D session turns into
18 intelligence.
I fucking love Khan Academy.
Do the math for me
I'm
again.
sitting here like,
Mathematician person.
when am I going to tell them that we should start involved anyways?
It is not
Do the math
impossible
for
to
me,
move through this chamber. You just have to.
Do the math for me again. Do the mathematician person.
Yeah, but you can also just go backwards.
200
Yeah,
feet.
just go
a minute,
backwards.
If we do
2,000 feet 10 minutes.
Then we
Yeah,
do
Patrick.
what we were told to do.
Sure.
It's a way out.
You multiply an
For
extra
now,
20.
if you need to leave.
I don't know where
Well,
I'm
we
getting
can
the next
keep in mind that that's a way out. Let's go about the original plan.
He was kind of being mean to me about it too when I was
Yeah, they
right.
were playing. See,
I didn't even.
I know,
You
Patrick. I'm not.
quite literally.
no, no.
All right, say
Oh yeah, I guess playing
before I get actually
What
frustrated.
is the math?
We're currently on.
I did it right too, apparently.
But yeah, no, after short rest and I see a block of ice fall from the heavens.
So a block of ice is harsh. It's more like he's just frozen solid.
Okay.
Okay. Well, looks like we tried our best. We can revisit this if we fail the other options. Let's go find the thing.
Yes, let's leave.
I'm so smart. I have no idea what's going on.
Please keep track of who has that pearl thing at all times.
Hey, you should use some.
Hey,
Do you teach math?
Yeah.
You should put some of this on your math
As
questions.
we
when you give
turn
any
to
students.
turn away, as everyone
On
goes,
math questions, if you ever give any of the
I'm gonna
students
summon
D&D
a
questions.
shadow hammer. I'm gonna hit the
If a
freaking
rat can fly straight up
Rib
20
cage
feet in
and
6
see what
seconds,
Why are you doing
but
this?
the spell lasts for 10 minutes. How
I
far
want a
can he get
piece.
if he doesn't get anything?
Yeah, that's right.
Come back with your teacher.
Now,
the One Piece.
The One Piece is real. Belgrade, the One Piece is real.
Damn, I didn't know Jose was in the room with us right now.
It was all lit. we can make a world-ending weapon with all this. But yeah, no.
I'm gonna create Pluton.
Create Pluton with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball.
Still don't even know what the fuck that is. Technically.
Yeah, we don't. All we know is that freaking one of them would just shoot lasers from the sky.
Correct. That's radiance. That's not Pluton.
Well, yeah. Pluton was the ship, right?
We assume.
Yeah. Well, we saw the blue plate. Oh, that's an animation. But yes, continue forward. In this situation, I'm assuming that you're 120 feet stopped, right? After short rest.
Yeah, yeah. So the hunter.
Yeah, I'm in front with the torch.
We are.
Just walking the same way out.
Yeah, because I don't trust trying to keep going into a dark room.
I'm carrying my rat ice block out with me.
I think definitely shattered like 500% shattered.
No!
It's like, no way. From 1,500 feet? Nah. Not enough all damage.
Guys, strongest rat known to man.
While immobilized? If he connected? Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you are leaving the way you came.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm in front, and I bring out my weapon.
I'm directly to his right.
Yes, I keep track of him.
Sure.
Right.
If I do not explicitly say I'm walking to his right, he will explicitly say he's walking to my left.
Correct. Man, we're getting it.
So I'll speed track you guys a little
I'm
bit.
just gonna keep my hand on the satchel the whole time. I don't want it fucking off somehow.
You
Some
you
grabs it.
go back up the path through the Dragon Park tunnel, back through the tunnel on the left where the Bayard scratches were, and you find yourself back at the crossroads of forward and right, and then back. Forward looks like a continuation of the same tunnel with the old guard military banners. On the right is a similar looking tunnel to the left. There's no banners or anything, but it looks
Do we think
clear.
our individual who likes negotiating or talking or doesn't really like us is probably our military?
Yeah, I could do that. I could change it.
Yes.
Question for you. Yeah, now I'm that confused. Me also. Don't. Did you also say there were doors in the same room?
Yeah,
There
there's
were doors in the hallway with the guard military flags.
Okay. Yeah.
I say we continue forward, just follow the guard military flags. It'll probably lead us to some place that's lavish and too decorated, and that's probably where our friend is, isn't he? He seems like the type to like lavish things.
I will not assume to know what that creature is or wants. Sure.
I mean, you got mad when we called him weak, so
Okay.
So
you didn't call him weak, right?
I don't know if I called him weak.
You didn't call him weak exactly. Did the creature just seem insulted?
I don't think I called the creature weak. I think the creature felt that I called him weak because I said that we could beat him.
But we ended up being correct. He was weak and we did beat him.
That's different.
Oh, different
Not the
creature?
same creature.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were talking. What are we talking about right now?
No. We're talking about the flying one, the one that's through that rock and closed off the library to us. But yes, continue forward to probably the guard military war room or something like along those lines.
So
Is
you're
it
going
complete
to-
up or down?
Straight.
Okay.
This one is not going to be slanting anyway.
Before we keep going down.
So you're going through the center.
Yep.
The center. Okay. The banners for the banners for the old with the stone line is on them get they kind of increase in intricacy. The hallway gets a little nicer. You notice that there's a couple like sigils, similar kind of thing, similar kind of stone sigil embedded in the walls. through one of the doors that's kind of cracked open, you see what looks like beds, like barrack beds for looks like a group of about 30 to 50 soldiers would sleep in this area.
Oh, interesting.
You see some desks, some notes, some old books, scattered papers lying around, some very, very old uniforms that look like they're made of cloth, more sort of like the preacher's clothing, as opposed to anything military. Green and gray, long road with the same kind of stone line. There's the same kind of stone line that's on the back. So nothing remotely military, but more of like a scholar's clothing or researcher's clothing.
While y'all are searching around this room, I'm gonna use the restroom.
This is fucking
Search the room. But I guess that's true.
I was just telling you what you see through one of the doors too.
So it's just the barracks, basically.
This part, yeah. There's doors on the other side of the hallway that you can also look at, but on the right side, on the left side, there's barracks.
And that doesn't have a door. It's just like kind of like a.
I'll open a random
It
door.
has a door, she's open.
I'll open a random door on the right just to see what's.
So there's in this hallway, there's 2 doors on the left, 2 doors on the right. So you open one of the doors on the right to find what looks like a.
It's a closet.
It is a closet for gatekeeping.
You just see 2 skeletons.
That's crazy.
Inside of that room you open, it looks like it's a well-polished, like well-kept study. Or at least it was before it got dusty and kind of ransacked. There's paper strewn about the desk. A kind of broken in half statue of the same stone lioness you keep seeing. It looks like someone dropped and cracked on the ground. There's a something that catches your eye is a small set of scales, like the same kind of scales that are used in a lot of Glenmore symbols, is on the desk, just kind of it's tilted askew one way to the left.
I am now checking the desk. They want to know if there's anything in it.
There's papers strewn about all over it. There's a couple old journals and reports for. It looks like some kind of. It looks like research of some kind. You can't really tell what they're researching because they're speaking fairly vaguely about it. But it looks like it has something to do with creating life of some kind. Creating beings that are powerful enough to alleviate responsibility and do work. And then
Can I make the logical leap that this is maybe research about how they were making the Guardians?
you could. However, this is also very specifically looks like a Garm military, or at least whatever the Garm military was back then. It looks like it's their project specifically. Whereas this building is a temple where people came from far and wide to participate in collecting knowledge, preserving knowledge, and doing research. You skip past some of the research notes and grab another book, and this one looks like a personal journal of a head researcher for the time, and my little book. You gotta do some reading.
researching how to get the best. Hopefully,
You keep on seeing them mention the name Garame.
Garame?
Yeah, praise be to, etc. Like they speak of her like some kind of god or goddess, but it's not a name that you've been particularly familiar with.
G-A-R-U-M-E?
G-A-R-A-M-M-A-E.
midway through the second.
G-A-R what?
G-A-R-A-M-M-A-E.
M-M-A-E?
That's a lot of consonants.
Okay.
They speak fairly differently than anything you heard of the Guard military, because they sound like a God-fearing person and a God-fearing organization. They speak about Garame like they're devoting their lives and their research to her, and they're working on. They keep mentioning the fact that they're going to help her with the great burden that she has accepted. Looks like they speak of her her chosen is the word I believe was used, which after reading Corral you realize seems to be her either her lover or her best friend in some way. The way that they speak about it, apparently it was a mortal man who was high up in the ranks of the what you now know as the Guard military, who was fairly close to Garame herself and was apparently in charge of a lot of the operations in this building to help her with whatever task she was given. Looking at the dates on this, looking at the dates on these entries, you can see that it was not. It was a very long time ago, and trying to think about it, you realize that these entries are from a year or so, maybe a few years before, because no one knows the exact date of when it happened. A few years before the War of Golden River started.
I'm not specific. I have no specific numbers, but it seems older than it seems from.
You have specific dates, but no one knows exactly when the war started.
But it seems from like before that.
Yeah, you can tell it's before that.
Before the war.
The way that they speak of themselves in their organization, they are a God-fearing organization that has dedicated itself to what you can only assume now is their patron goddess, Garame. And they were once a benevolent force on the continent that was spreading aid and protecting the weak. And all those themes are fairly consistent throughout the journals that you flip through. But the name Garame still seems lost to you. You can't seem to remember hearing of any god or goddess with that name. And that seems strange to you considering it's fairly important.
Yeah.
Can I religious check to see what circle Belvin might have been?
Yes.
Or if. Never mind, not to worry about it. It was a 6. Failed.
Yeah, a lot of it is just, it's research. You find research on more mundane things, different types of root magic, and things that you now realize are, in this day and age, commonplace knowledge. How to enchant weapons, and cast certain spells, create certain scrolls, transcribe spells. These are all things that were researched heavily and developed in a certain way by the people who worked in this temple. And the very last entry that you find in the most detailed journal is simply a few sentences. What do you draw?
The gods have forsaken us.
Kind of sort of.
The gods have.
It's a few sentences, and it's just make sure I get it right here. It is free, they are gone. Or sorry, it is free, she is gone, we have faith.
That was the last sentences in the book.
What? It didn't say. Oh, sorry, you're the one reading it, right?
I'll relay this information. I don't know. Y'all can do other things while I'm doing this. Like,
I'm apprehensive of the situation. I don't want to get jumped.
that's fair.
Especially while you're reading a book.
Sorry, it's not just we have failed. We have failed.
Just pacing around in circles, like swinging.
What I missed?
Well,
He's going through journals of the old guard military researchers.
at this point, the only way I want to go is forward. If there's something that interests me little to not at all, it's the guard military.
What have y'all found so far in their research
No one
books?
likes cops.
You know,
Garamay was a god they worshipped, essentially, that we don't hear of much anymore.
I will come out and explain what I've been reading. It's apparently whatever form of the Garm military this used to be was in service to a deity I've never heard of called Garman. Apparently they were previously in service of her, and I can tell this is fairly before the War of Holy Rivers. Apparently they were previously a God-fearing organization that went around doing a lot of good. Something apparently freed itself, and they failed their goddess in some way, and now she's gone.
Interesting.
Sounds like they didn't read the fine print of their contracts.
It sounds like they memory hold a lot of this stuff. I wonder if anyone besides the head honchos even knows about this.
That's sad about being denied by a goddess that they've taken it upon themselves to wipe worship from the world.
So are we torching the room?
We're torturing the whole place once we're done here.
I want to keep some of those records.
G definitely noted all of that down
Okay.
in his own book.
Well, I want to keep some records of the official books, though. That way we can show, hey, these are official Gar military.
I have a couple of copies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just grab a few, shove them
The
in.
most fun part about it would be when you get to shove it in one of their faces.
That's right.
I've
I'm gonna
taken
take.
the book of the Guard military. That journal was,
I ask you for whichever one explicitly mentions the goddess, and just a few others, and just shove them in the bag.
It's so easy. Guard military, a bunch of stacked puppies.
As stated, I've already noted this information for my own usage.
They went from being good little Christian boys and girls to being the moderators of the R atheism subreddit overnight.
Yeah, apparently. But I believe we should continue on. There doesn't seem to be much else besides
There's no
history lesson
like
for us here, which I do enjoy. But
weapons or bear or anything like around the or like signs of struggle or anything like that in this room.
Signs of struggle? No, I mean the room's been a little ransacked, but no real signs of struggle. There's a painting that's been removed from the wall as placed so the back is facing forward. So the back is all you can see, and the front of it is against the wall. That's the only thing that's like removed. You can look at that if you want.
You know what? Yes. I'll go grab it and twist and turn it over. Because that's always a great idea.
It's what looks like a hand-painted portrait of a large Goliath man in the same kind of priestly garb that you found in the room. With a lot more bells and whistles on it. There's like gold trim on the sides. He's wearing several different long necklaces. You can assume he's some kind of high-ranking member of this organization. And he's staring upwards, lovingly, at a towering statue of a stone lioness. Lovingly is the key word there. He's genuinely looking at that statue.
I'll point out to the rest of the group. Oh yes, I do remember actually reading a little bit before the information I mentioned. She apparently had a chosen who was a big part of the high-ranking member. She took as a lover.
It's in a frame, right?
Yeah, it's different.
Can I take out the frame? And
How
roll
big
it
is
up?
it?
Yeah.
This whole place is so
You know, we could have
on
just
the back-
pocketed
On the
it.
back of it, there is a name.
That printed.
So the
Pocket
back of it,
dimension.
there's a name written and then a year, which corresponds fairly well with the years in the journal that he's holding.
Okay.
I-
Here.
Alright, so
Yeah,
I
it's
pocket
interesting
dimension
that
that whole frame and painting.
Our military's past motivations are, I think even if you did show them today what they used to be, none of them would care enough to drop their oath.
The name on the back of the
What's it
painting.
then?
If you want it.
They wouldn't give us the time of day.
Exactly. Like I said, the best way to deal with them is to crush them, put them in the dirt, and then piss on them.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of demoralizing propaganda every now and then.
The name on the back of the painting is Lorik
Bro.
Lorik?
Lorik Menaros.
Lorik? That shit did not say it. We're gonna have to rewrite that.
And regardless, I don't care if they're demoralized. I want them dead.
Why do you love your double R's? Ah! Okay, continue.
I-K.
K. Okay.
Boric
Then
Menaros?
Menaros, last name Meneros.
Can you spell Garvey one more time for me?
And he was Goliath.
Yes. Large, older Goliath. In terms of spelling, Garway is G-A-R-A-M-M-A-E.
G what?
I'm not spelling it again.
Okay.
I did it 12 times.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
G-A-R-A-M-M-A.
I love consonants. Vowels are for stupid people.
God damn it, I hate it here.
I don't know how to read. I trust. They've got it. Taking notes.
That fucking word, that's the
Just
thing.
ask me, I'll be like,
That should have three vowels.
I just put this painting with garden goddess. Put her children right in the painting.
Yeah, I mean, I gave his name.
Yeah.
Does anyone else know that guy's name?
Yes. Yes. Okay. I guess I can't light this on fire because we might need this place as an exit.
Oh, yeah. That was my thought, too.
Okay, cool. We've done this. Let's continue forward. Do we break down the other two doors?
In all honesty,
It's probably just more research areas and maybe a cafeteria or something like that, which would be.
I suggest we just press forward.
Alicia feels the need to share with us. After 10 minutes of flying straight up, Radigan was at 2,000 feet in the air. At this point, he fell back down. It took 11 seconds for him to hit the ground, and his speed and impact was 242 and a half miles.
Per hour.
Thank you.
Were you calculating its momentum and velocity?
That was a long time ago. We finished a long time ago. But yes.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to be like, okay, long?
You want to know the most important part of all that is? It was still 2,000 feet back.
Everything I was fuck you, get off of it.
So we didn't hit this.
No, I'm really about to consider being the reverse. I'm really trying to leave it alone. I'm
You hit
sorry.
us dust.
I was wrong. I left out a bit
No,
of
Patrick, I know, I'm messing with you entirely.
Dog, I know, but I'm not.
Alright, I'm sorry, I apologize.
I'm coming for you with that.
I apologize.
No, you're good.
But yes,
Does anyone need anything spelled again? Reiterated.
No, we're golden.
More drop.
She was raising her hand.
No.
How do you spell,
Can I help you?
I just said we're coming.
what are you asking?
how do you spell terminal velocity?
Think about that.
How do you spell terminal velocity? You know how.
Actually, you can even calculate the. Actually, you can get the average weight of a rat online. Never mind.
I
It's
did
like,
look up the
We did. We used the average weight of a black rat. We
Oh,
didn't know
okay.
if it was quite accurate.
You don't know it's a black rat?
Yeah, how do you know it's not a large
You know what?
nutria rat?
You know what? You guys figure that out. I'm gonna get a drink.
Would you like me to recalculate based on the different rats?
Yeah, he's a large mutated
Take it.
nutria rat.
How many
I'm-
ounces would you say you weigh?
Like 20 pounds? I'm messing.
pounds?
He's not actually that big.
Ah, damn.
He's a New York rat. He's
That's a thick boy.
That's a thick ass boy there. Damn.
I estimated that he weighed 8 ounces.
Yeah, he's about it.
Oh, that's
You wouldn't gain. No, you wouldn't gain any weight on going down.
definitely
Would it also? Would it? No, that's not enough. That's not enough height for you to like thaw out.
to make a significant
But I do believe that he froze, fell, and shattered.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's.
Just turned into fucking snow.
circulate blood. I wouldn't. Like, snow? No.
Okay, he might have turned
Splatted, yeah. I'll give you that.
blood.
I think there was a missed opportunity for someone, maybe the other rap person, to do a snow angel in the Shadow Dragon.
the remains?
Yeah, in the remains. I think
Yeah, that's his son though.
and that's how you honor your son.
Okay.
If I had a son and he shattered into 1,000 pieces in front of me, I would do a
We're talking about your son.
He's useless.
Dang.
He's useless.
Would you do a snow angel in his remains?
I don't care.
Damn right.
I'll make a snowball and throw him up there a second time.
He should be in pieces.
Technically, he was in pieces.
Yeah,
Also,
he
why
is.
did you use the extra 15 minutes you had of when it fell back down to just conjure another one?
Well, conjuring that, but since I don't have the spell ready, would take an hour.
Oh, I didn't have red.
Call familiar, if it's not ready, takes at least an hour.
That's fair.
I'm probably gonna have Ratigan as an owl from now on, just because it's funny, because owls eat rats. Also, it's flying, and I think has dark vision.
I believe so. I think I have an owl as a.
There are a lot of like missing random features on some of
Yeah,
these.
it does have dark vision, stealth, perception. Oh, hey. It gets flyby. Why does it get flyby but Raven doesn't? Why?
Why'd you get flyby if it can't even attack?
I mean, familiars are not supposed to, like, they can do every other action but attack, which is a lot.
No.
I'm a different bitch.
I wish they could attack, but like damage would just cap. So you can't do a silly thing where you buff your familiar 5 times and have it attack.
Yeah, I think you just remove Ranger from the game. Beach Companion is just worse than freaking Find
It
Familiar.
already is.
Okay, yeah, you're
It's
right.
a worthless feature. Like, Find Familiar is a bad spell. Beast Companion? That's a whole class feature, and it's dog.
Find Familiar is fine, generally speaking.
It's fine. Is the Ranger fine?
No, but I mean, still, I'm just saying leave something for them.
No.
Let them have
If you want to play a Ranger, go back to 2nd edition, buddy.
Challenge level 0 for hour. God, if someone got hit by your rat, someone would have probably died.
Oh, absolutely. It's not like a pin. It would have demolished them.
But it changed.
He doesn't exist. He's black.
Oh, they did. You did have. So you do have the free rule stuff.
Oh.
Didn't
go check on the guys.
Trying to figure out why stuff changed. You want back or better? Food. Oh, you got your food?
Huh?
You got food?
Yeah. It's just some of the biryani from fucking what they had up there.
Yeah, they have the free version of the rolls on the thing.
On D&D, yeah.
Yeah, they had the free 2024 version. Yeah, I can because I can change some of them to just take off. That was Hellish. Where's Hellish? Lexi. Example. Hellish Duke. The new one. Oops. That's not how to do that. From the free rules. Which is the D&D Free Rules 2024, which is on the site that you can look at now. But you also, and they've now changed it so that the old ones all say Legacy if they got replaced as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looked like Monk changed a little bit already.
So it's like it's slowly putting it in.
Yeah, because the,
Right now I'm just changing everything from Legacy to the new ones just so I can use it.
what on my martial arts guys already changed.
Oh.
But I haven't had to roll new calculations for that.
I need to fully read more of
I
that.
think you felt really bad, and I think I didn't help because I was really annoyed. So I was just like, it's okay.
I'd be annoyed too.
Because that's the second time that's happened in like a row.
What?
Okay.
Me having to like suddenly try.
How is everyone feeling about continuing to play, or do you want me to stop here so you guys can relax?
I'm down to keep playing.
Either way.
If we wanted to take a small break, that's fine.
I would like to end the session with a long rest from the characters.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
We're gonna long rest.
Oh no!
You can long rest. You just, if I attack you in the middle, it's your fault.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
That's like, given
You know what?
where we are, I don't think that's going to happen.
I'll let Maria roll the die and see if you get fucked up or not. I'll tell her the number range, and if she hits it, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yay, participate.
You mean we just have someone, we're done it, just have someone stand guard like we usually do?
legacy, few
Yeah,
fly legacy,
Play Handle 2014.
Yeah, because they're already,
I think
they're already
you have the free rules.
So they
Have
have or something, but it's like,
Another day.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah,
free
they're starting
stuff.
to put this stuff in because my martial arts stuff for my like
oh,
arm
I
strength.
mean, we can change. You have levels
Already
of fire
changed.
too,
Alright,
right?
here's what happens.
Yeah,
We
well,
changed
1 to 10, you're fine.
It's not. It's
11 to 15, like
Well,
you
I
said,
was
total
seeing it's like-
goblins. 16 to 18, another bay here. 19, 20, ancient blue dragon.
You could just say you want to play first edition. It's okay. I get it.
It's bad to play first edition at some point, maybe. Consider it.
No.
It would need to be aesthetically tweaked.
Just hit the edit.
No,
hit
humans.
Yeah.
I could do that.
See if you can add a class. Add another class. See if you can add. Yeah, you can't add new fire.
That sounds
you can
good.
take it.
Well, they changed the
There's still
icon.
some
Yeah,
left.
they've all got new icons. If you
Is there any of that still left?
Yeah.
They're just all generic for some weird
I don't
stuff.
know. They've changed a lot of stuff already because
yeah.
my martial arts guy,
Okay, so we got.
Oh wait, scroll down. Oh no, that's.
or it's my
Yeah,
martial arts
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, so me, you, and
They've already
Alicia
changed it from the
changed
D6 to
You
D8.
can trade a fighter now.
Oh, and you can.
But I would have at this level if we were playing by new rules.
Okay, let's see how that would go.
Well, you have to. Okay.
I have to change. I
Yeah,
have to change.
it's gonna fuck with your hit points numbers. So do you remember what your hit point number was before that?
Take that off. Confirmed.
What? Okay, 71. So right, like keep that written down or something. So that you know.
I mean, we can just do this. Just delete this. Confirm.
which subclass? I wonder. Ooh, wait. I wonder if you'll have to write out the subclass as different, or if you can just keep using something.
Let's see.
Which subclass of fighter even are you?
I was roommate. Let's see. Okay, what we fighting is all I can forget about here.
Weapon mastery is like what weapons do you use?
Great sword. Already saw that. We don't have really much of a weapon to use, so I guess we'll use. Where's the powder? Powder, I guess is fine. What's slow? Oh, that just has a slow thing. I guess that they did that. Saps.
Sap is they have disadvantage on the next attack. That's the thing I have.
Okay. Topple, I'm assuming that's promo, right?
Yeah. The data same with the
I'm assuming this happens in between your attacks.
What?
Topple. So that means you can hit when you hit a creature with
If you hit a creature with yeah, that happens on every single attack you make.
yeah, so you can hit them once without
Topple and
advantage.
shoot again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can hit them.
So for some reason they got rid of shield. Okay. Okay.
Well, it's on everything, so it's kind of just a general power increase,
Yeah.
which probably means that you just want to make monster stronger. I don't know if they did make monster stronger or like let's make D&D easier.
I kind of just make monster stronger by default.
Yeah, regular Bayher doesn't do all that shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
Regular Bayher does whatever the fuck I want him to. Alright? Just like the Beholder you're about to run into.
Huh? The who?
I didn't say anything, bro. Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
I didn't use the boring enemy as the Beholder.
That's good. I mean, it's fine. We can just
Definitely wouldn't be a regular.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you are, I'm assuming,
Let's go back.
continuing down this hallway.
It's fun.
At least they're having someone being added, so it's not too bad.
So you took the painting, the notes, whatever names you needed, journals. That's fine, I think. The hallway starts to get wider after a little bit of walking. I'm not sure how long you were walking, but you pass by a lot of similar doors, so you're assuming more offices, more barracks, maybe a laboratory or two. How dare you? I'll kill you in your sleep, motherfucker. Kill you in your sleep, bro. The hallway starts to kind of open up in a bit of a cone shape, leading to it's a large set of stone doors. The doors are at least 20 to 30 feet tall, and they have the same stone lioness crest in the center, with the eyes of the door being a kind of shiny, polished blue stone. Seems to look down at you as you approach the door. There's no handle. It appears to be just a door that you can push open. There's no visible lock. No place for a key. There's a couple lit braziers on either side of the door that are glowing with the same kind of silver fire that's in the library. And it's from what you can tell by the path that you've walked on, the stone leading up to the door is kind of worn, as if people took this path often and came to the door and pushed forward for whatever's inside. It kind of reminds you of like the opening to a large place of worship.
What place is supposed to?
A large place of worship.
Oh, okay.
Big church.
It didn't sound.
Big mega church.
A place of worship. A place of
toward you.
Whoa! Hard.
But there's only one entrance into this room. That's the place you came, and there's only one way forward, and it's stone doors in front of you. So if you wanted to, you could long rest right here. Good try.
I want to push you.
Oh, great wizard, are you in need of some time sitting down, or can we continue forward?
We can continue. I still got the spell slots.
Thank you, sir. I would rather not get jumped by some giant creature.
My thoughts exactly.
Okay.
Are we not continuing forward?
I'm attempting to
Press
push the
on,
door.
good DM. Me alone.
I'm attempting to push the door open.
The door opens fairly easily. The stone is thick, but seems to care more about intent and strength, and it moves easily along with the force you put onto it. It splits open in the middle and kind of swings outward or inward. Inside you see what looks like a lot of kind of destroyed and smashed, what I guess pews is the best word for it. Those long benches people sit on in churches.
Yeah, pew.
A couple the walls are lined with stone shelves similar to the library that you see. There's a few books still left on them, but a lot of them are on the ground, torn open, tread on. This place was very clearly ransacked in some capacity, but against the back wall of the room, the largest statue you've seen in a very long time is the largest statue you've seen in this hole is against the back wall. It's a large stone woman with I can't remember the name for it. With the markings of the same kind of markings of that the Goliaths have on their arms and on her face, dressed in a simple set of like half plate with a large maul in one hand, and her other hand kind of being held. She's on one knee, kind of kneeling down as if to help the person in front of the statue. She has thick dreads wrapped behind her with a sort of ponytail, and she's got a kind expression on her face as she's just looking down where her hand is outstretched, where you would assume people stand to pray or offer something. There's a placard at the foot of the statue and a there's one person-looking thing in the room, which is what looks like a cloaked figure in front of the statue that appears to be knelt down with the hand outstretched upwards, reaching for the hand of that woman who's a much larger hand of that statue is reaching down. But other than that, this room appears to have been ransacked and mostly destroyed. And the statue and the cloaked figure are about 40 to 50 feet away from the front door. The statue's easily like a story and a half.
So it's just like an empty room statue.
Well, there should be like pews and shelves
Yeah.
lining the walls, but they're mostly destroyed and shoved against the
Is
wall.
there another door in there?
There's a small door at the very back on the left. Very unassuming door. You assume some kind of closet or something.
I would just like to walk out into the middle of the area and and announce my presence.
I am walking with Zerna.
I
I'm
will.
looking at the cloak figure very shortly.
I will ready a fireball spell.
There isn't any sort of movement that you can see. You notice as you walk up that you hear a clink as you step on what looks like a metal badge or coin of some kind on the ground. As you move your foot to see it, you very clearly see what looks like an Asgard Guardian pressed on the floor.
Oh. I shout out, hey, pick that up.
Sure. Is it something? It's something I can pick up off the ground?
You can pick it up off the ground. It's like the button of a shirt that fell off.
What the hell? What are they doing here?
It's got a thin layer of dust on it, so it's been here for a while. But it's not super old. It's not as old as everything else in here, definitely. But judging by the way that the place has been looted and things have been destroyed, you can make the assumption that they took everything from here, or someone who works for them took everything from here. But you said you were announcing yourself to the room. Well,
Yes, I'm going to come in. There's a cloaked figure where in the center?
so there's what looks like the kind of, you just see like the back of him, so it's like a cape covering the back of him, but there's a man on the ground in this pose, essentially, in front of the statue. Well, he's looking up like this.
A fellow worshipper? Follower of the gods? Not many of us around these days.
You get a kind of
There are only 3 of us in this room.
eerie feeling. The hair on your back of your neck starts to stand up a little bit. You don't feel like you're in danger, but you also don't feel like you're talking to anybody.
I grew up with that side of this business.
So what?
My character has goat pubes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, it's freaky.
No,
It's a satyr.
Maybe goat penis. Probably goat
Because
penis.
no penis. Okay.
Because he's a satyr. Yeah, it makes sense.
But no, I have goat pupils.
Much more reasonable.
You notice as he is speaking that as you walk up, his footsteps create essentially spaces where his feet land in the dust, and there are no footsteps. There are no other footsteps in this room, just like any worse kids and anyone else who walked in with you.
I don't think like I don't even see any footsteps like that could have been the person.
Nope.
I don't
He's
think
just-
that's a guy.
He's just materialized here.
Yeah, I don't think that's. Is there? I'm like
Behind
stop
the elderly
I,
male fog shows
I'll pull my headphone. Just I know I'd be testing this
tester.
one. Sorry, what did the guy do?
Huh?
Did the guy do something?
No.
Or
Nope.
He's just walking towards me, or he?
He's not doing anything. He's in the same pose on the ground.
That's why she was stopping you. He's like, I don't think that's a person.
The
I
cloak that you can see from the back is like an ivory color with a dark green.
I will approach about 10 feet away.
After you get within 10 feet, and then you immediately relax as you realize that that is not a living person.
Okay. I'll go over, look around at the face.
The face, it's the build is fairly large, larger than G or you in terms of like just sheer size. Standing, this man was easily 8 to 9 feet tall. He's got a large cloak covering him that's ivory colored with green trim. Around his neck there are several different adornments that are like awards of some kind. Only a couple are left, but you can see the remains of some that look like they were torn off. But the ones that are left are cloth, kind of like graduation robes almost. His face it's fairly skeletal. He has no flesh left, but it's looking up at the statue and with his head tilted. And he died in that pose.
Oh, so this is like a corpse.
Yes.
Oh.
It is a skeleton that is in that pose. There's what looks like an empty loop at his waist for a large weapon. Not a sheath, but a warhammer, maybe a maul of some kind. and there are a few of his fingers missing that you could assume his left ring finger is missing, and his right middle finger is missing. Yeah, people have definitely looted this place and him. And you notice that next to him, there's a few marks on the stone floor where it looks like people tried to move him or attack him, like slashing the sword. And there are gouges in the stone, but no marks on the body, even though the body hasn't moved from this place.
Am I correct in assuming that this gentleman has a similar build to that man in the painting? Okay. Well, at least we know devotion gets you somewhere.
Yeah, I'm probably dead.
Well, dead in some preserved capacity. Is there anything? Nothing on him was valuable, right? Everything valuable has been taken.
That's what you can assume, because well, looking at him, you can see his bones aren't bone. As you get closer, you realize that his bones are. He's either a statue that was very intricately carved, or his bones are made of stone. It kind of looks like people tried very hard to abuse and destroy it. There's a couple, as you look closely, you notice there's a couple scuff marks on the face as if someone tried to hit it in some way, but it simply wouldn't budge. There's a crude saying carved in the ground in front of it in what looks like dwarvish.
Noegar,
Yep.
did you read this?
Uh-huh.
It's perfectly safe, everyone. You can come into the room. I'd recommend
I
not.
walk in. I still got my finger held up like I'm about to get.
I'd recommend not attacking the body, please.
Of course.
For
Not even
we-
for the sake of desecration. I would just rather
didn't
not
go-
shoot the magic back at.
Also
No, of course.
There's also a plaque on the statue that is written in order that you can also try to read if you want. But that's on the larger statue if you want.
I'll see what
The scrawl on the ground looks like it's written in fairly crude language, but the gist of it is essentially that he died for nothing. And
Damn.
he died for nothing in what? I think I can get the actual phrasing, but it was. You're pining for a goddess made me rich. Thank you. Wow. And then the plaque itself has a couple different things written on it. Well, it's several the same thing written in different languages, but it's in Dwarven, Draconic. The part in Common is the oldest and kind of scratched out, but from what you can read, it very clearly translates to, well, it's a word you've never seen before, but sounding it out, you can very clearly translate it to Garame the Stone Mother.
interesting.
So,
I repeat.
getting the vibe here that the Garm military used to be very dwarven.
Getting the vibe of the Garm military used to be very religious. The dwarfs came after and stole all the shit in there, as dwarfs are and wanted.
Under the name Garame the Stone Mother, there's a small inscription. It says,
I do have an additional follow-up conversation.
it says, ask and stone will bear it.
So, here's the thing. If the Asgard Guardians have been here, why would they not reveal this for an upper hand or whatever?
Upper hand with what?
This is a statue of Garland.
He's
Do
asking,
they not know?
you're asking why they wouldn't use it against the Garm military?
Yeah.
They already worked with that.
Oh, that's
Yes,
right.
I'm quite
Wait, then
certain-
why didn't they break it apart then?
Because why would they?
Why would they?
And I also am not quite certain you can.
You have to remember the Asgard Guardians, at the end of the day, while they are in charge of the financials for a lot of the country, are also just treasure hunters. They are just thieves. They're just what they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't
They likely took everything in here to add to a treasure hoard that you were promised to get into for doing something else. Or were sent here to get something specific.
I'm gonna go check that closet door.
Okay.
You said that closet was the only other door in this room besides the one we
The
left?
last couple things I said was, closet's the only door in the room, and then the second description of the statue is ask and stone will bear it.
Yeah, ask me something there. Gotcha.
The closet door is not locked. It's a simple wooden door.
I was gonna say, if it is locked, I'll just smash it.
No. You grab the handle and pull, and it opens up to essentially. There's supplies in there, so like old rags, clothes, things for cleaning, and it looks like some kind of aid program.
Foodstuffs that are more than gone.
Mold, rations, old clothes, rags, things like that, barrels that look like they at one point were filled with water, and then a set of what looks like 3 fairly recently, like a few months, crushed and mangled bodies of what you can only assume to be dwarves.
Well, it looks like the Asgul Guardians didn't get too far.
It
Can I
looks-
look at can I check their pockets and everything? Do they have any of the shit that would have been on that guy? Or?
It looks like they have a few of the books and like scrolls from the room that have been taken. Most of it like information or record keeping. There's nothing supremely valuable on them. Looking at it, it looks like they were placed here, like they were just haphazardly thrown into this closet. So you not being a moron, can assume one of 2 things. One, something else killed them and threw them in here. Or 2, they were killed. They were killed, but they were part of the party. They were part of the party, the raiding party of dwarves. They were killed. The rest of the party threw them in here, took everything they had and left.
I could definitely see that happening. Too.
The second one sounds like a little bit.
That does
Why?
sound plausible, but why didn't they take
Do they look like they don't look like
research
they were
notes?
mangled by like a beast or anything? They look
Genuinely crushed. Like
If you guys want, I have a potion to speak with Dad.
I don't quite know it matters.
Yeah.
Maybe you could try and speak with the dead gentleman over there, but I'm quite certain he's long past moved on.
And I don't think you could call a soul that ancient back.
Yeah.
Not now.
I guess we got what information we wanted from here. That is the fate that befalls thieves and those who deal in foolery.
Oh.
Death and betrayal.
Sounds like.
you notice as you're walking around that the statue of Garme has not a single speck of dust on it. There's no scrapes or scratches.
Can I try touching it just with my hand?
Yeah, she's like, she's like knelt down, reaching down to the guy on the ground. So.
Is this a godly figure in front of me?
No, I definitely haven't been saying that for the past like 2 hours.
I'm just gonna walk around the statue.
Fuck, it's real.
Holding my hand on it. There's nothing.
It feels obscenely warm, and you realize that as you run your hand over, you see that where like the joints are, where the knee is and the elbow is, they're like small cracks, almost slits. So it's not just like a solid rock.
Ah, like something that would articulate.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the joints.
Yep.
Okay.
That's strange.
I'm quite certain this thing can move. I'm not sure how and to what purpose. If I had to make a guess, it would be to defend our lovely gentleman here.
Probably so.
Let me,
Maybe you just go for a jog every once in a while, man. Right?
so I'll go and put my hand in her hand.
Didn't you say those guys in there were crushed Saturday?
White violet.
So her hand is like outstretched like this, and her hand is like huge. So you can, like, put it-
I'll put my hand on a finger.
You feel a kind of warm sensation run through your body. You get the hair on the back of your neck and your legs just kind of calms down. Your heart starts beating slower. Feel relaxed, almost in like an unnatural way because you're just not used to the feeling. And you feel a kind of compulsion to speak to the room itself. Ask whatever you would like to know in this moment.
Well, I trust that whatever you do, you do for the good of the people. Unfortunately, in this moment, I have to ask you for a little bit of a selfish point of knowledge.
Your shield has also stopped sparking.
We are here in search of a creature, something that locked us in here. I'm not quite certain if it's good or evil, but could you please at least point us in the right direction?
You hear stone kind of grinding in the walls, and then a kind of soft rumbling takes the floor, the ground as it starts shaking around you. The statue itself doesn't move, but you can very clearly tell that the dungeon itself is shifting. The closet door that you had opened closes, and when the rumbling stops, the large set of stone double doors behind you is now a singular stone door that's about 7 feet tall, far less ornate, with no handle on it.
Yeah.
But it appears that you can slide it or move it in some way.
With my hands. I trust that you left this world helping people that you can. Unfortunately, I do believe the only way to help people is to hurt those who are hurting. You say
The warm feeling kind of recedes a little bit, and as you take your hand off, you get a glimpse of the man behind you and the statue in what seems to be like a bygone era. It's the same man from the picture, still alive in that pose at least. His tears streaming down his face as he holds what looks like a large dagger embedded in his stomach and drags it to the right. Sitting there, holding himself in that pose, he bleeds out, and his bones and skin start to turn to stone. You also get a look at the rings and the many things on his fingers that are very clearly not on his corpse. Whether it's the statue's focus or your focus, is drawn to a large, well, all the rings are large, it's huge, but a polished granite band on his the left-hand ring finger, and then it changes back to the scene you have now with that finger missing and the ring missing itself.
I'll kneel down and embrace the body, just whisper into its ear. I will bring to the justice those wounds. I'll stay back up.
Was it clarification? That was a plate, right? The granite ring? That's
Yeah, left-hand ring finger.
Well,
That's where you're ready now.
new door. Let's go.
Jump to the track. I think I dumped enough exposition and
Yeah.
fancy god things on you today.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
guys can start winding down.
I'm definitely gonna rewatch the session for this one tomorrow.
God bless. It's bright.
I might have to rework my character or retcon my character.
Wow, what's wrong?
The Alchemist was a home birth.
Yeah, I accidentally
It's
took
not
off the
there.
fighters, and I don't have access to.
What do you mean it's not there?
So I
Huh? Well, the person who made
remake
the
X-Blade.
That shit.
Yeah.
what's it called? The home
Look at
birth
me
was-
doing actual
is
paladin
not.
things. and
Hasn't
not-
moved it over yet.
Has it moved you over to the new thing?
Yeah, to the new version. Because it's still hella new.
I can work on that outside of this.
If not, I can pedal my wares to
Wait,
the
so will it just vanish after
I
a
tried
Huh?
like once that
I
session.
think it's I think it's the
I
same
did some
thing
things.
where it's just a legacy thing,
I
so you
roleplayed.
can still base it.
Oh, then there's no problem.
No, I'm
Use
talking
it,
about,
but it's just that I won't have the
loved God for a
extra
second.
actions
Loved
of
Jesus and
or the new,
Jesus.
you know, the guns or the pistols or whatever.
Right.
Sorry, what's going on?
Oh, we're done for the night.
We're done.
I have dumped so much
No,
information
it was
out.
as we were about to go through the door. You just,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where it ended.
Okay.
So.
Dumped so much information out that I think will not be retained.
Of course, I love Jesus.
I
I
mean,
love the Jesus that
retaining, like,